Hey guys, Brad here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the M18 1/4-inch impact driver by Milwaukee. This is your entry-level impact driver, very basic, very simple, but affordable and does the job. So before we get into the review, make sure you subscribe, hit that notify bell, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind, and leave some comments down below because I'd love to talk to you guys. Okay, so let's take a closer look at what we've got here. This is, like I said, the Milwaukee M18 2656-20. It's a 1/4-inch impact driver. Roughly, it's 2,750 RPMs, and the impacts are about 3,450. So that's impacts per minute. Now, this will put out about 1,500 inch-pounds of torque. And the cool thing about the Milwaukee stuff is if you have the red link batteries, they'll connect to this so it prevents them from overheating and things like that. So it's a very cool technology that Milwaukee has. Now, this is not a brushless model, okay? This is just your basic, you know, entry-level impact driver. So not brushless, but a lot of the times, you know, before brushless even came out, these things were just fine. Now, the reason I'm doing this review, if you guys are wondering, and I've been getting all kinds of comments, is, you know, it's an old tool. I'm doing it for the new guys, people who are just coming into the trades, you know, the young guys, and are seeing these items for sale at Home Depot or wherever, and they're way cheaper than the brushless. So this is for you guys. This is about $100 roughly, 120 bucks, American, Canadian, in that range. So really good entry level. You know, typically they'll come with a charger and a battery, or you can get them in a kit with like the drill as well. So there's all kinds of different promotions that Milwaukee's running. But I feel this is a real good way to sort of get into the line and not spend all the big bucks and kind of spread your money around if you want to get, say, a circular saw or an impact driver or some other cool tools that Milwaukee has to offer. So I've got a M18 1.5 battery on here. You can see it has the lights on it to tell you how much power you've got. So I really like this. Even on their small batteries they do this, so it's quite nice. It's light. As far as grip goes, you know, feels fine, feels good in my hands. I've got pretty decent sized hands. They're not small, and this feels pretty good in my hands. The head's not super tiny, but it's not huge either. From nose to back, we're about 5.5 inches. Overall height with this battery is just under 9, so like 8 7/8, 8 3/4, somewhere around there. Now, there's a couple of good things. No, there's a good thing and a bad thing about this impact driver, and that is the chuck. That is how your bits go in here. A lot of the new ones, you just push them in and they're locked in, but not this. This falls right out. This is the old style where you have to pull this collar forward and push the bit in, and now you're locked in. So for me, I don't like that at all. I just got so used to my Dewalts, just pushing it in and it's locked. So I really don't like that feature. And Dewalt had this on their first generation impact drivers as well. But if you are on a ladder or up in the roof or scaffolding, or in your, let's say you're a commercial, you're up really high, this is actually a really good feature because you have to physically pull this collar forward and put that bit in, and it locks in place, and they never fall out. These will never fall out. The other style though, where you just push them in, they have a tendency to wear out over time, and you'll start to find the bits just dropping out. So it's one of these things, right? It's plus minus. What can you live with? What can you live without? What do you need? What's safe? Because if you drop one of these bits from 3-4 stories and this dings somebody in the head, it's gonna hurt, you know, a lot. It might even kill them. So, you know, that's something to really think about, what you're doing, what's your trade, and then kind of go from there. And if you know, if you're getting into the brushless models that don't have this type of chuck, just be really aware of this feature and the problems that they have with them. And that's just across the board. They all just wear out. So what we're going to do, we're just going to drive a couple 3-inch treated screws into this 4x6, and I'll show you how it works. And yeah, it's got LED light on it too, really nice and bright. So I like that. Stays on. That's a really nice feature. A lot of tools don't have that, where the battery or the light, I mean, stays on. They just go on when you press the trigger, and then they go off right away. But this one, it's nice. I like it. All right, let's pound some screws in here. So pretty easy. So real easy to drive screws, no problem. And it will not wreck your wrist using this all day long. So really good impact driver, guys, for the beginner, for just getting into it. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, because like I said, they're around $100, and really great for the homeowner. Like if you're not going to be using these tools a lot, don't get the brushless. For a homeowner, do not waste your money on brushless tools. It's not worth it. As a homeowner just piddling around the house fixing things, you just are wasting your money completely. So that's where these tools come in handy for your everyday guy that just needs something to drive some screws, fix a fence, whatever. Or if you're just an apprentice in the trade. I think personally this is really, really good for you guys. So let me hear down in the comments what you guys think. Do you disagree? Do you agree with me? I'm sure it'll spark some conversation. But yeah, leave some comments, subscribe, hit that notify bell, give me a thumbs up. Keep on crushing it. We'll catch you later. So pretty easy.